This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole. I'm sorry I'm a little bit in the dark, and I'm sorry that everything looks a little different and sounds a little different here today. So, here's what I'm doing, and if you tuned in just to see the normal Friday night race, I have to apologize. But I did want to give this idea I had a shakedown test. So tomorrow, even though we're here for the Sim Racing Systems McLaren F1 GTR Series on Assetto Corsa, tomorrow is the 24 hours of Daytona on iRacing. And it's something I've been very focused on for the last couple weeks, really, at this point. So, tomorrow, I'm thinking of turning this camera on in about the position it's in right now to follow the entire 24-hour race. Now, I can't stream from my computer like I normally do on all my races, and the reason for it is I have a whole team, a whole group behind this effort, and I don't want anything to be at risk. Running a broadcast software during the race can be dicey. I've had it lock up before. I'd hate to have it happen during such an important race. So, my other idea is I can do this. Now, the downside is the view is obviously compromised. Number two, the audio is compromised. You don't have any of the game sounds. So, I'm hoping our team makes the top split. You can actually be watching the live broadcast simultaneous to the stream. That sort of is a necessity. The other thing is, it is a 24-hour race. I myself am going to be doing about 6 of the 24 hours. That means 18 hours I'm not. But at least 6 of the other 18 hours I'll be sitting here in the seat, cheering the guys on, staying on top of our car, making sure we're just keeping in check with what's going on. How are we doing in the race? It is a team sport, so even when I'm not on track, I'm part of the team. Now, I might need to sleep. It is a 24-hour race. I might go over there and take a nap and leave it just running, where I would walk away and you would see the race just carrying on with our car in view. So, the reason I'm doing today's stream is really just to give you and me an opportunity to see what we really think of this type of a system and whether it would actually work. So right now, I'm about 9 minutes, it looks like, into 8 minutes until the race. I haven't turned any laps. So right now, just as an exploratory sample, why don't we go ahead and just turn a lap real quick and get warmed up. I didn't make sure I have my setup loaded, so let's do that. So if I was driving, you're not hearing it. You're hearing me. You'll be hearing me talking to my spotter, my crew chief, and other various characters involved in the team. But this is what it would be limited to for 24 hours. And I'm not sure if that cuts it. I almost wish I just had a different channel to stream this. And it's like the fly-on-the-wall camera at Simpit. Maybe it's even if there's a race on or not. If there's something to see, cool, watch. If not, it's just a camera staring into a room. Whoa. Now today I also will not have the chat. If I'm sitting over here, I'm blind. The stream is actually going on behind me. So again, this would be an example. 6 hours of this, what we're encountering right now. And I don't want to miss the start of the race, so I'm actually going to pull it over right here. But just to give you a concept, if I wasn't in the car, we'd be looking at something more like this. With me tuning in, watching, keeping you up to date. Oh, we're in 4th place. Again, not sure if it cuts it for 24 hours. So let's go ahead and jump over to the race room. I like it or hate it. I'm going to leave this stream going through the race because I don't have time to switch things around. And 30 minutes. There we go, 3 minutes. So we should be getting the signal to join the room at any moment. Wait until you can't stream. I'm looking at some of the patron comments directly. I'm getting an echo when I talk in there. So when I take my headphones off, you're probably going to change a pace. We're waiting on that room to reset. Down and to the left. All right, let's try that, guys. I got time. Excuse the bumpiness. Tonight is test night, as I put in the description. This is test. This is me using you guys as guinea pigs. I'm sorry, but I didn't have any other real method to do it at a point that I thought we all agreed. So you wanted it down and to the left. Is that better? Yeah, James, as far as the normal format goes, I can't do it during this particular race. Oh, time to join. Last chance to tell me what you think. Last chance for any changes. Well, we're going to do a qualifying session, then we'd have one more chance. Pretty much. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this. I've been racking my brain for a better way. And it's only in a team event that I see this as a problem. I don't mind the sacrifice on my end, but I do mind risking the whole team in that. So if that makes sense to you guys, I mean, that's my thinking and reasoning. I mean, honestly, I've been playing with things all day long. Need some focus on the monitors. You know, it's at maximum focus, Asobi. Alright. Let me get on track. There's a couple minutes of practice. The other problem is you're not going to hear, and I was like, well, I can go to my full speaker system. Well, the downside of that is that then I can't really hear my chat properly. And communications is a big part of a team game. Again, everything's a little different when it's a team thing versus solo. And it'll be extra boring if I get intense and I'm staring into the screen and not talking. Well, all right. Let's use that as a moment and an opportunity to see your guys' thoughts before we get down to qualifying. And then we actually could make one more adjustment after qualifying before the race. So, what do you guys have to say about that? Okay, yeah, so let me re-explain what's going on here, you guys. So, tomorrow is the team race, the Daytona 24 Hours. And I'm running in a full team with a bunch of guys, 2 cars, like 8, 10 people involved in the whole thing. And we've all been practicing for weeks getting ready for this. Tonight is a single-player race on a set of course that's not even iRacing, and it's me all alone. Normally, I stream this from this computer, which means you get absolute screen capture, you get absolute audio from the game, you get to see me because I'm using 2 webcams, one looking at me, one looking over the shoulder like you're looking at here. But for the team event, I do not want to stream from this computer because so many other people are also relying on me. I can't have any mishaps, any computer failures, graphical issues, locked up system. I can't have any of that going on. I don't even really want to spare the bandwidth this computer has talking to the internet. Now, it takes a little bit of bandwidth, but I use a different computer. It's actually my laptop with my webcam plugged into it, looking over my shoulder. It means I can't capture this audio or video, and all I can give you is this. I'm running in headphones, which means you don't get the audio of the game or me. But for a 24-hour stream, I figured I could leave this running for 24 hours. I'll be driving 6, I'll be viewing and spectating probably 6, and I'll probably be gone for 12 of those 16 hours, or checking in 12 of those 24 hours, or at least checking in with the team, seeing what's going on. But I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to be involved in all that if it felt good, if it looked right, if it was good enough, entertaining enough. And I don't expect you to sit there for 24 hours, but it might be something that you check in and out throughout the day on. Just tune in. Oh, look what's going on. Maybe if I'm not here, I'll put a little chalkboard saying what position we're at, what stage of the race we're at, any of the various information I can give you if I'm not going to be here at the seat. So, I hope you understand. Awesome. Good. Thank you, William. Thank you, Billy. So, where are we at? Practice is still finishing up, and I didn't see any opinions in terms of, I guess the view is about as good as we're going to get it, and it looks like we're just going to have to go with what we go with, and then I'll talk to everybody after the stream, and we can talk about, I mean, I'm still willing to, and I'm still ready to pull the plug on this whole idea. If it's a bad idea, I'm not going to force it, and that's why I'm torturing you and me with this tonight, because if this doesn't cut mustard, then I'm not doing it tomorrow. So the only way for me to test it adequately and get good feedback was to run it tonight just to see. So I'm crossing my fingers, and if it's good, we'll run it. If it's not, then we'll can it, and I'll just give you a recap on the race or something after the fact, or hope that our team makes the top split and we're in the broadcast race. So time for qualifying. I, once again, because of the race tomorrow, have not put not one lap on this car other than what you've seen between yesterday's race and today, which is not good. I'm not bragging. That's actually a disappointment. But I put 2 hours of driving in at Daytona today, so I'm already pretty worn out. So we have 10 minutes to qualify. Let's see what we can do. No one behind me. I might as well let some space build up. I believe Ilya is pretty quick, so that car ahead shouldn't be a problem. Taking it really easy. I gotta leave a certain amount of gap so I can get my lap in. I do have Bryce coming up from behind. Yeah. Alright, no better, no worse. Alright, so last chance for thoughts, opinions on the angle before we do this very quick 20-minute race. And then at the end of the stream, I'll be interested to see what you guys think about the overall concept of what I'm trying to do here. Take a look at the leaderboard just to give props where props are deserved. David Grunnell with a 144.664. Number 1, Ricardo Mascarena, 145.061.397 back. Andre Toniolo with a 145.214, about a half second back, a little over a half a second. William Noel, Ilya Rosikin, Owen Deneen, myself in 7th, Eduardo Kizil, and Dennis Van Zoleen in 9th. Tom Jones in 10th. So, checking in with you guys. Oh, that's too bad, John Hill. Too bad. Monitors are a little washed out. Yeah, I had a hard... It's really hard to get that webcam to see the monitors very well. Closer to the center screen. Sorry, Max. And is that better? No, you don't hear the audio, John. As far as the audio goes, for those who are just joining the stream, yeah, I'm in my headphones. You're not going to hear it. This is not so much for today's race as much as in concept for the 24-hour race, which more that I think about it, I'm thinking of canning the idea and just doing my thing and tell you guys how it went after the fact or something. But I don't know if I like this whole concept of a mediocre camera. I don't know if I like the concept of you guys not hearing. So, yes, I know I have speakers in these monitors, actually, but I need to be able to hear the chat going on. So I kind of need my headphones on to be able to communicate with the team. So the whole problem and predicament, for those joining the stream, we have another minute, I'll explain it to you. But normally, I stream from this computer. I can capture the screen, I can capture the audio, I can still do all my thing perfectly, and run the webcams. But because tomorrow is a 24-hour-long race with teammates, I mean, there are 2 cars. We have 10 to 12 people who have been involved in getting us ready for this race. And I don't want to let anyone down by having my streaming play a role in the outcome of my race, whether it be frame rate, whether it be bandwidth, or whether it be like OBS locking up and causing a problem with my system. YouTube could lock up OBS, cause a problem with my system, all of a sudden I'm out of the race. That would be tragic to do to a teammates. So I'm just not going to sacrifice the team in the name of streaming. The only way I can actually do this is to actually stream what I'm doing here. And I'm calling it the fly on the wall. And I'm contemplating leaving it up for 24 hours, even though I'm only driving for 6. I'll probably sit here another 12 hours talking to you guys, watching the race with you. And then the other 12 hours, I might not even be here. I might be off having lunch, taking a nap, whatever. You might even hear me snoring in the background, perhaps. So this was just a sort of a test to see if the concept even held value for doing tomorrow. So we're going to do this 20-minute race, and after the race, you guys can let me know what you think, because it's really about you, not about me. I'm not in any need to have you watch any... That didn't sound right. You guys get to watch me race a lot, so if this one can't happen, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So let's get down to business. We qualified back in 8th place after final laps were run. Lights are on. Whoa! 14:28 left. That's Dave Grunnell. Go on by, Dave. $10.58 left. $8.20 left. $5.56 left.
3:20 left. "35 seconds left. There'll be one more to go." Oh. That was fun. That was a fun race. Great job by everybody out there. See if we can get the results real quick. Andre Toniolo wins the race by .879 over Ricardo Mascherano. Doug Hawley, big Doug Hawley, coming in third place, rounding out the podium. Eduardo Kiselnich, who you saw me racing with there, held on to fourth. Myself finishing in fifth. Thomas Cameron, William Noel, Ilya Rosikin, Owen Deenan, and Tom Dudek round out the top 10. So, there we go. We survived on softs, which was good. We took good care of the car. That was a rare race. Honestly, I don't know if I can think of a single mistake that I made. I mean, considering the amount of laps of practice I have, I'm very, very happy with the turnout or that showing. That was fantastic, considering all of that. So, the big question at hand, and again, I'm not trying to take anything away from our Sim Racing Systems series that we're doing here, but again, this was a shakedown test. I want to know, 24 hours of this, what if I walked away? What if it was just this that you were looking at? Now, in that scenario, I could put my headphones closer to the thing, so I could take my headphones and I could put them about right here and have the camera probably be able to hear the game sounds when I'm away. That might be an added bonus or something that I could do to make it worthwhile. Anyway, this is the last chance for me prior to going in and talking to you guys in the chat to really find out if this is a platform that we can do for 24 hours or not. And I'm sorry to keep bringing that up, but again, I feel like I wasted a stream, or not wasted. I took away from a normal stream, and today would have been done in normal fashion, but I didn't want to test this for 24 hours. I think you'll understand what I'm talking about there. So hopefully you enjoyed the stream anyway. I don't know what it was like, if it was a different environment, if you guys chatted more because of it, if it was a total waste, and you might as well tune out because who cares if I can't hear and can't really see that well. I totally get it. I totally understand. You're just going to have to give me your opinion so I'll know whether it's worth doing tomorrow. That's going to do it for tonight. My next stream might begin, pending this, might begin at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Might even go live at like 5:15 a.m. with this camera just so you can hear some of my pre-talk with some of the guys. I'm going to get up early. The race starts for 5:30 for me. That's Pacific time. And if it's a no-go, then I apologize right now, because if I get an overwhelming response that this is stupid and don't do it, then I'm not going to do it. And then we'll just have to play catch-up and see what kind of information we can give you about how the 24 played out. I hope that's going to do it. I hope that'll be good enough. I don't know. I'm just trying to make everything best for you guys to make it more entertaining, more valuable, more information, whatever you need. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my test group. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.